And in today's business segment, we're highlighting Ethiopian Airlines, which has been operating from Washington, D.C. to Africa for more than 20 years. Joining me in the studio to discuss the airline's operations is Nigusu Worku, the Regional Director of Sales and Services, USA. Mr. Nigusu, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
The latest news this July is that you've added new flights from Newark, New Jersey to Lome, Togo to serve the West African region. Tell us a little more about that.
Yes, as you said, we have been serving Washington, Dallas for more than 20 years. Last year we added Los Angeles as our second gateway. And then on the 3rd of July we added Newark, which flies Newark, Togo, Lome, and Addis. It will really create connectivity between Western African countries and then the United States, New York area.
You have about 14 Dreamliners. The first one that left Washington, Dallas was amazing. People talking about legroom and how good it is. Yeah. And you have other Airbuses. What's the latest addition to your fleet?
Yeah, as you said it, 787 and A350 are really new generation aircraft that helps the world in many ways. One is they are eco-friendly, less carbon emission. That's for the general terms, but for customers, it gives higher cabin pressure, which means more oxygen, which means less fatigue, more convenience to passengers. Wider windows, which is again makes flight very pleasant.
Okay, now when we look back at the training offered to pilots, technicians, and the crews in Ethiopia, you stand out as one of the best in Africa. Are you offering any of these services to other African airlines?
Yes, Ethiopian Airlines is now transforming itself into an aviation group in which it has its own aviation academy, which is the largest already. We give trainings to many African countries. We have actually many pilot trainings, mechanics in our aviation academy. We do give trainings.
So in terms of services for other airlines in Africa, do they come to you for services, or do most African countries have their own?
No, actually they are building capability to maintain their aircraft, but we are we are giving the service at a very good price, and we do maintain other African carriers' aircraft.
Mm-hmm. And what is your next plan, to expand Ethiopian Airlines and remain afloat in this kind of very competitive business?
Ethiopian Airlines has a vision 2025 by which we will try to be a very competitive world-class aviation group in Africa. So our goals in the coming years is to phase in 40 aircraft into service. We have 41 on order. It's about opening destinations, about promoting business relationships, socio-economic relationship between the States and Africa. That's in general our plans.
And briefly, Mr. Nigusu, tell us about some of the challenges that you face as Ethiopian Airlines, especially operating from the United States to other parts of the world, given that other African countries, including Kenya, have really wanted to have such services, but it is not a go yet.
Yeah, it's really a long way between Africa and the States. It takes so much effort in terms of safety, in terms of marketing. Our challenge as an airline, we like competition. Competition is not a challenge. It's about getting more frequencies so that we'll fly into many African countries as many times a week as we want. That's a challenge. We are not opening up African skies even to African carriers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nigusu. Mr. Nigusu Worku is Ethiopian Airlines Regional Director for Sales and Services, USA.